Keanu Reeves is back with the fourth installment of Matrix. The movie is titled Matrix Resurrection. However, if one wants to talk about resurrection in real life, look no further than the Indian stock market. Coming on the back of a devastating second wave of the pandemic, not many would have given the Indian market a chance to resurrect itself. However, wading through the testing waters, the Indian market and in turn the economy is soaring to new heights. Hi and welcome. You're watching TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Tribhuvan, and in this video I will tell you how global investors in India are making 72 lakh crore rupees as they lose trillions in China. Let's begin. Aided by a cooperative Modi administration, coupled with a slew of reforms in the sector and an ambitious vaccination drive, the stock market is glowing. According to an ET report, the premier stock indices of the country have added a whopping rupees 72 lakh crore during 2021 to investors' wealth, measured as the cumulative value of all listing shares in the country, taking it to nearly rupees 260 lakh crores. Since the historic lows of March last year, India's Sensex has risen about 119%, the highest among the countries with stock markets worth $1 trillion or more, beating the likes of the S&P 500 and China's CSI 300. In early 2020, India was adding 400,000 investors' accounts every month, according to its market regulator. In 2021, that number has grown to about 2.6 million, about half the population of New Zealand. One of the major reasons for the green in the stock exchange is the spectacular rise in the unicorns, which are going public at a breakneck speed. 2021 has been a sensational year for the Indian startup ecosystem, which well and truly has surpassed all projections, both in terms of the number of unicorns and the funding raised. A UK-based investment data platform, Preqin, in its report has stated that India's startup system received a record investment of nearly $36 billion in privately held companies in the year 2021. The seed funding in nearly 396 deals contributed to $705.86 million, while about 166 investment at Series A amounted to about $1.67 billion. Till December, 43 unicorns have emerged in the country, with Pristine Care being the latest. Overall, India now houses 79 unicorn startups. Not only this, but the unicorns have also been able to take the next step by going public as well. A slew of IPOs released by Dalal Street this year found interest in the know-nothing investors. Paytm became the country's largest IPO ever with an issue size of 18,300 crores, with other companies like Zomato, Policybazaar, PharmEasy and Nykaa also coming up with their respective IPOs. Although Paytm's listing wasn't as royal as many would have predicted, it still showed that the know-nothing investors were betting on the future of such companies to yield the profits. In the digital payment sector as well, India has continued to reach new frontiers. As reported by TFI, with 418 crore transaction worth rupees 7.68 lakh crore, which is approximately $102.4 billion in November, UPI has continued to breach the $100 billion value mark. In October, PhonePe led the UPI numbers with 193 crore transactions worth rupees 3.65 lakh crore. Google Pay maintained its second lead with 145 crore transaction worth rupees 2.87 lakh crore. Next in the line were Paytm, which had 632 million transactions worth rupees 80,508 crore, Amazon Pay with 68.82 million transactions worth rupees 6,286 crore, and WhatsApp Pay with 2.6 million transactions worth rupees 104 crores. The wealth generated by the market comes at the heel of encouraging GDP data. For the third consecutive quarter, the Indian economy has posted the highest growth rate amongst the major economies of the world. In the second quarter of the ongoing fiscal year, which is third quarter of the calendar year, the Indian economy grew at 8.4% as compared to the same quarter of the last fiscal year. Apart from headline GDP figures, other high-frequency economic indicators like GST, imports, exports, manufacturing, PMI, foreign direct investment showed very good results. India remained the second largest FDI recipient in the world, fast catching up with China. The GST collection in the last month was the second highest at rupees 1.31 lakh crore since the implementation of the nationwide indirect tax in 2017. However, it's not only at the GST front that India under the Modi government is hurtling through new barriers. The banking sector, which forms the bedrock of the economy, has been resurrected as well. As reported by TFI, global credit rating agency Moody revised the outlook for the Indian banking sector to stable from negative. The credit agency added, "We have revised the outlook for the Indian banking system to stable from negative." The deterioration of asset quality since the onset of the coronavirus pandemic has been moderate, and an improving operating environment will support asset quality. Declining credit cost as a result of improving asset quality will lead to improvements in profitability. Declining credit cost as a result of improving asset quality will lead to improvements in profitability. Reportedly, the agency believes that aided by a stable banking sector, India's economy will continue to recover miraculously in the next 12 to 18 months, with GDP growing 9.3% in the fiscal year ending March 2022 and 7.9% in the following year. Meaning, the GST collection, which just touched its second highest revenue, will hit new highs. The Nehruvian socialism of the year was the real reason why India's economic growth rate continued to crawl at a snail's pace when other nations such as China overtook us and proudly wore the crown of developed nation. Since then, the communal and the diminishing term had been stuck like an albatross around the neck of a proud nation. However, against the odds, the government, RBI and the investors have persevered and are now reaping the rewards. This is the exciting time to be in the Indian market to bet heavy and risky, for the returns are far too big to ignore. If you like this video, like, share and subscribe to TFI English. Also hit the bell icon to get all the latest updates. This is Tribhuvan signing off until the next one.